What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we got a leaked video today from True Geordie. Obviously, in true YB fashion, we are about 3 weeks late, but don't watch that. True Geordie goes in. I have to respect True Geordie because obviously he saw my situation. He saw the YB got bumped by Ngannou, and True Geordie goes in on Tyson Fury, rightfully so, because after all, it was Tyson Fury who bumped my coin. Yeah, he's the one took his big soft 6'8" fake. He's not even 6'9", 6'7" looking ass in there and made it look like he could do some. Yeah, it's Fury's fault. Fury, I want send my £50 back, however much it was, wherever it was, send it back 100% with interest. You best believe it as well. Yeah, your fault. You went in there. I'm like, oh, he's dabbling here. He's dabbling with the big best boxer of all time, allegedly. Lineal WBC champion of all time. Oops. Bumped. Where's the recompense here, people? Where's the justice in life? It's injustice, people. We must fight for injustice. Yeah? Anyway, let's get to True Geordie's bars. So he goes in.
Hold his head up high and be proud of himself, in my opinion, because the bravery and the balls this man showed to step in their sport and to take them on at what they're an expert in, when they're not itching to jump into the cage. Let me tell you, I give Francis credit for sure. And the reason we even got this event, the buzz of the what will happen when Anthony Joshua takes on a man just as big and strong as him, is because of what Francis did in that first fight. Let's never ever forget that. It was the greatest boxing debut of all time, and he beat the shit out of Fury so badly that he made him push his world title fight back. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, it's not like we thought Francis had a chance for no reason. Like, he literally went life and death with Tyson Fury, and by that I mean Fury was in trouble, not him, in his first ever boxing match. So without Francis planting that element of doubt in our heads, we would never have had such an exciting night. So yeah, big up Francis, man. But look, AJ showed what Tyson Fury should have showed in that first fight, which is that this is elite level boxing. And you can't just come in without doing those 10,000 hours and compete. And what AJ really exposed is that while back in the day, the level of Fury and AJ might have seemed like it was close, but we know now it's not close anymore. Fury went life and death with Otto Wallen. A judge gave the fight against Francis Ngannou to Francis Ngannou. He won by split decision there. That is life and death. And Anthony Joshua just wiped a pair of them out with absolute ease, mate. That's how it's done. That's how a true champion fights. And based off of that, Tyson Fury isn't fit to lace Anthony Joshua's boots. Like, now don't get me wrong.
So, we heard some true bars there from True Geordie. Like I said, Fury's the one who created this whole myth. Although I guess we really need a third fight. We need to see Ngannou versus someone else. I wouldn't mind. You know what? Ngannou versus Joyce. Or Ngannou versus White. That could be a play as well. I'm hearing now Ngannou ain't going to leave boxing. He can't go back to the mixed martial arts as such. There's nothing for him to do there. Apparently he can't fight in the UFC. He's contractually bound now by the PFL. So it's just even more... like, it's even harder for it to be made. It was already impossible with Dana, the big slaphead, as I talked about the other day. So if he's going to mingle in boxing, we know Joe Joyce is kind of looking iffy right now. He looking slow, right? He looking sketchy. Dillian White. A lot of people are saying, oh, Dillian was explosive against, who did he fight? Whoever he fought. Oh, I didn't see that. I saw him slow and bulbous. Ngannou, Joe Joyce, Dillian White. Them three should be in the mix together. Do something. One of them two at least. Dillian White and Joyce works as well. That might be a play. Then we get a real baseline. If Ngannou smokes Dillian White or Joe Joyce, and you know what? It sounds bad, yeah, but I'd still back Ngannou against Joyce at this point. I don't know. Joyce was struggling with, what's his name? Biter. Mr. I want to chew on your leg. Yeah? I forgot his name now. Whatever his name was the other weekend. Joyce was struggling. Not struggling, but he couldn't do nothing. Ngannou got the pop. I think Ngannou might pop Joe in his mouth, kind of thing. One of them. But Joe can box, obviously. And that's what I mean when we talk about, AJ exposed the fact Ngannou can't box. I don't think it's definitive to say that now. Let Ngannou get whooped by Joe Joyce. And then we can say, yeah. Not that Joe's bad, I'm just saying. AJ is clearly elite. World champion. He can box. He can politic his way through a fight. Do you know what I'm saying? AJ's, no matter what you say, he's top 5. At this point, obviously he's hiding that, but do you know what I'm saying? No matter what point you look in AJ's career, since 2016, he's been top 5. Even when he fell off, he's still top 5. So AJ's that class. We don't know how good Ngannou is. He had a good performance against Fury, a bad one against AJ, who really, on this form, AJ's top. I've got AJ top right now, with asterisks on it. I think, if he can, I don't know, I've always thought this though. My beef with AJ's always been, he don't have a go. No one can see, all the AJ sucker offers, yeah, there's a bag of you man out there. Just want to suck dude off. I ain't with the sucking. I ain't trying to suckle no man. Yeah? So, you man acting like he never left. He left. He fell off. You can't tell me you watched AJ versus Franklin and he's still on. That's not how being on works, people. Yeah? He fell off. There's nothing wrong with that. Give him his credit. What we are going to do on this channel is call a spade a spade. And since 2019, AJ has fallen off. Yeah? The last 3 months he's back on. I believe, not in large part, I believe more or less solely because of Ben Davison. That's the only variable that's changed. Fact. AJ brought a whole bunch of goofies in. Robert Garcia, Angel Fernandez, Fernando Alonso, what's that Texan dude, Derek James. He brought all their man in, and he looked the same, broken, finished. Yeah. He gets with Ben Davison, and he's looked popping, strategically and psychologically. I actually give Ben Davison. I never rated Ben Davison. Tell a lie. No, I gave Ben Davison credit for his Lee Wood situation. Lee Wood got smoked by Lara. No one saw him doing nothing with Lara again. He go in there and he handled business. I rate that. That's solid. Ben Davison's gone up in the ratings. The danger is of rating trainers though. Everyone has. People seem to be buzzing. And I don't want to fall into that trap again. Oh, Ben Davison's the best trainer in the world. Every time it happens. At one point it was Derek James. He's the best trainer in the world. And then they fall off. So I want to just keep it calm. Right now though, whatever AJ and Ben Davison got going on, it's working. That said, I don't want to write off Ngannou. This could be, listen people, we could look back here in a few years and AJ's wiped out Fury, AJ's wiped out Usyk. And then Ngannou's performance, let's say Ngannou goes on to beat Joe Joyce or beat Dillian White, and it's not a case of Fury looked bad, it's a case of Ngannou's that good, but AJ's just leagues above, right? Yeah? If AJ wipes out Usyk and wipes out Fury, which I think is possible, it's not fair to say that, oh, Ngannou just can't box and Fury looked bad. Maybe Fury was giving it his all. I can't lie to you. He looked like he was giving it his all. He claims he wasn't prepared properly. We're going to find out. If Fury... Fury said all the right bars, yeah? He said the same thing as me. Fury is too big. Too strong. For Usyk. That's my base case. Yeah? That said, it's a double-edged sword. If Fury goes in there and he's making a meal of it, he loses. If he loses, it's over. The whole shtick's over at that point. Then AJ's the last hope. I don't think that happens though. Yeah, I don't think it happens. A lot of people are rating Usyk, and I mean, have I always been a hater? I wouldn't call it a hater. I'm more traditional though. I like to think someone with a £30 weight advantage should win a fight. Oops. That's on me though. If that becomes incorrect, like I said before, if Fury goes on to unify this whole heavyweight situation, he takes out Fury, he takes out AJ again, then he is I believe he's the baddest dude of all time. That's the truth. Whether we like it or not, it's not ideal for me, but that'll be the truth, right? If Usyk beats Fury and beats AJ again, he's the baddest dude of all time. There's no man who's come from cruiserweight and dominated in that fashion. Usyk stopped Dubois for whatever that's worth. His first stoppage ever, more or less, but still, he stopped him. So he's taking on the contenders here. Dubois was a contender. On the way up at the time. When did he quit again? Oh no, he quit against Usyk. He quit against Joe Joyce, but he'd been built up again. And he quit again against Usyk. But I said this a year ago. I said, listen, if Usyk goes on to beat Hrgovic, beat Dubois, beat Fury, obviously at that point AJ hadn't come back in the scene again. But I don't see how you can argue he's not the greatest of all time. Holyfield came up, and I believe he was juiced, ain't gonna lie to you. I believe Holyfield was cane in the gear. Bottom line. So for a natural cruiserweight to come up and wipe out all the heavyweights, on form heavyweights, I'm sorry, but I consider Fury on form. It's easy to get into this place of, oh, Fury's no good, and that's what True Geordie's doing here. But if you know Fury's career, it's not an excuse. I'm the first one to say, Fury, don't take it serious. I've always respected AJ for taking it serious. What we can say, though, about Fury is, for the big fights, once he's in the ring, yeah, he does turn up. And I've been saying for years, I wish that there was a way to put Fury and AJ together. The way AJ conducts himself towards the sport, and then combine that with a Fury mentality in the ring when the bell goes. When that bell goes and Fury's in the clutch moment, he turn up. Fact, you can't ever show me a fight Fury was Wilder. Oh, that's the problem. He's only had one proper fight, right? But still, or Vlad even. Vlad. He turned up. Was it an interesting fight? No, it was boring, but still, he turned up against the odds. No one saw Fury win that fight. He came in there really and did something completely new. He boxed the head off of Vlad. Well, without any power, but Vlad was looking like he lost in there. Now Fury ran away from the rematch again. Don't respect that. That's weak. In my opinion, if I was running things, Fury should have been stripped after ducking Vlad. The rematch. But hopefully, the way AJ's looking right now, he's looking like he's got that. The bell goes and I'm on. The bell goes and I'm fixing to get it. It looks like that mindset's come. So we may actually be in the golden era here for AJ's career, and that's what I hope. I'd love nothing more than to see AJ smoke Usyk. I do want to, ain't gonna lie, I do want to see him smoke Ruiz as well. I don't know what AJ's team are doing, but he should go back there and smoke Ruiz. If AJ's really back on, yeah, there's no reason Mr. Blobby can't get it. Do you understand? Are you on or not? If you're on, go get Mr. Blobby big ass in there. Hey, I got a problem with this dude. He took something from me. I owe him some. Yeah, I owe this big soft 300-pound dude some whooping. A whooping. Yeah? That's what AJ team should be doing right now. What they're doing right now. I don't know what they're doing. They sleep right now. Get on him. Go in there, tear his big ass up and say, listen, post up. Don't even say nothing. The same as after the Ngannou fight. Just post up. That's what I'd do. Just have a look around and say nothing. After you smoke on big dude. That's what he should be focused on primarily. Because Fury and Usyk, they're tied up anyway. But yeah. I don't want to write Fury off at this point is what I'm saying. I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, these boxing triangles, as I've learned, are dangerous. If we sit here and say, oh, AJ's the best because he beat him, he knocked out Wallin, who Fury couldn't knock out, and he knocked out Ngannou, who Fury got smoked by. It comes back around, people. I could tell you now. Oh, AJ gonna smoke Fury. And then 2-2s. We know it. We know that's not how it works. Yeah. On paper right now, if these triangle things worked, yeah. AJ gonna smoke Fury and Usyk. But somehow, some way, it seldomly seems to work like that. There's so many things that have to come in line. Have to line up for it to work that way. And listen, when my coin on the line, it just don't go that way. Yeah? AJ will fight Fury or Usyk again and he'll get knocked out in round 2. That's what happened. For sure. I'll come on there and say, listen, AJ, let's say AJ beats Ruiz and then he kind of beats Hergovic versus the Boyle winner. I'll come on there and say, AJ gonna smoke Usyk. Next thing we know, he's on his back in round 5. Out of nowhere. It makes no sense at all. Something that makes no sense at all. I don't care what no one says. Ngannou spark out in round 2. Didn't make no sense. Didn't. Anyone who tells you, oh, I saw it coming, they're AJ stands. With the information we had, there's nothing that said he should be spark. AJ ain't knocked out no one in round 2. Charles Martin 2016, who wasn't knocked out. Yeah, AJ, let's define it a new way. AJ hasn't put someone on oxygen ever. So for Ngannou to do well with Fury and then be knocked spark out, it shows you these things, you can't read too much into them. Although I hope it to be the case. I'd love AJ deserves. No, listen, Usyk deserves as well, but he ain't a heavyweight. Yeah. As far as heavyweights go, AJ deserves to dominate. There should be a dominant heavyweight. But I remember years ago, Hackman said that, I think you end up being surprised. He said, like, in his opinion, he believed that heavyweights would end up all mix and matching, i.e. this guy will lose to that guy, and then this guy will beat that guy. So it could be a situation where, for example, Fury beats Usyk, and then loses to AJ. Yeah? Or Fury beats... Yeah, or Usyk beats Fury and then loses to it. It ends up being a big, well, everyone's lost to everyone kind of thing. The only way that can be avoided now is if Fury goes on to beat Usyk and beat AJ, which is possible. Depending how good Fury looks against Usyk, will tell us. And that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Imagine if Fury beats Usyk and then, I don't know, Fury versus AJ as the undisputed fight after the Usyk fight. It's more wholesome than if Usyk beats Fury. Seeing AJ and Usyk 3, yeah, I'll still be buzzing for it, assuming AJ's still popping. Because I'll believe you're going to win that fight. I do. If AJ carries his form, I think Fury's is a bit of a different matter. If Fury beats Usyk, then even AJ on this form, I'm not sure. That'll be 50-50. I'll back AJ. I want him to win. But I can't come on here and tell you. If Fury's able to get himself in a place where he's able to beat Usyk convincingly, I think Fury can find a way. Yeah, Fury ain't going to stand there with his hands by his waist and get popped square in the mouth with a right hand that AJ loads up on. He ain't that guy. And if he does get put down, Fury can get back up. Most of the time, or every time so far at least. And Wilder's right hand, it's stinging. It's quicker than, I'd say it's quicker than AJ's when he throws it straight. Which really, Wilder doesn't do so much. Wilder loves to look at the floor and mollywop it over. But look at Joe Parker, for example. Who saw Joe Parker? This is what I'm saying here. We can't sit here and write Fury off and write this guy off and say AJ can beat them all. Because look at who here thought, two back to back. Yeah, who here thought, if I'd have told you 6 months ago, yeah, that Joe Parker was going to beat Wilder and beat Zhang back to back, the odds of that would have been 400 to 1 or higher. Not in a month of Sundays would that ever happen. Not in a month of Sundays. And it did, here we are. That's how nuts it is. So if I sit here now and tell you that Ngannou's finished and Fury's no good and AJ going to beat them all, you'll be sitting here X amount of time and, oh. Or it could go that way. It could go the way AJ beats everyone, but I've been humbled. Because things that make no sense. Joe Parker. I told you before Joe Parker versus Wilder. I say the most likely thing is Joe Parker is head knocked square off. Didn't even get put down in that fight. Nuts. There was no way he could go on to beat Zhang. He beat Zhang. Which is obviously a big credit to Parker, but it's also a credit to how... That's why sport's intriguing. It's just nuts. It's inherently random. It's built in there. Stuff that make no sense. Anyway, let's listen to a bit of this more of this one still.
People might point to Klitschko. People might say, yeah, but 2 and 2 doesn't equal 4 in boxing. Look, mate, this is very recent data we've got, and it's night and day. Anthony Joshua is miles away.
Very recent.
Away from Fury now. And let me tell you...
so True Georde is making the wrong... I believe that... The wrong parallel here. Oh, well, it's the recent data. Recent data don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. If anything, it's a trap. You look at, again, Fury versus Ngannou is perfect recent data. Ngannou beat Fury 2 months ago. He's going to do something with AJ. Oops. Not only did he do nothing, he got knocked sparkled out. Yeah? He breathed on oxygen somewhere. With his neck all twist up. Yeah? Chin to neck. Twist. AJ hit with twister. Do you understand? So the recency of the data means nothing. It just don't. It was only 6 months ago AJ was going life and death with Hellenius. Do you know? There's nothing to say that he can't fall off again, for example. I hope not. But it's possible. Yeah? So let's not make... A lot can change. Literally, in a few months, we've gone from Zhang being the big bad wolf. Now it's Parker. But Parker don't have the ring to it, though. I don't know. It's not as sexy as Zhang was. Zhang was like the bad... You know what I mean? Zhang was the big bad wolf. Parker's... He's just not as sexy. But that's what I have to say that is what Parker's done well. He's made winning not sexy, but he's doing it well, right? Parker beating Wilder wasn't sexy, from how I feel. But clearly, he's able to sustain and beat these dangerous people. So, who's to say? You know what? It could be a madness. Who's to say that Parker don't somehow beat a Usyk or an AJ down the line? Who would have bet he beat Wilder and Zhang back to back? I wouldn't have done. For sure. I'd have bet against that all day. All day and night. No chance. That's the kind of madness I'm seeing right now. Things coming out of left field. Parker's the man to go on to do title. That wouldn't surprise me. Parker got somehow with Andy Lee goes on to just conquer the whole world, and we're sitting here like, what the blow just happened?
Everything that Tyson Fury struggled with Francis Ngannou with because of the physicality, because of how strong he is and how powerful he is, Anthony Joshua brings all of that, plus technique, plus speed, plus experience. Like, Anthony Joshua looks like the worst possible style matchup for Tyson Fury. Oh, and it makes me really want to watch it. I really wish we could just fuck Usyk right off right now and stick them in there together, because...
No, I don't agree with that. I think the Fury... If someone said to me we can make AJ and Fury now and not do Usyk, I'd say no. I would. Because AJ is still too new for me. I'd like to see AJ beat a Ruiz, beat a Hrgovic, and because okay, he beat Wallin. I don't count Wallin. He beat Ngannou, who we know is a mixed martial arts fighter. Let's see him now beat a contender. Yeah, even Parker again. Based on Parker's new form, Parker would work. Based on Hrgovic having a belt, Hrgovic would work. Let's beat someone who's in form. Parker's in form. Hrgovic is, I guess you can consider it in form. Let's see that. Yeah, AJ Smokel, a legitimate contender boxer. That's what's missing for me to start calling for the Fury fight now. Because so far, he's looked good against a mixed martial arts fighter and a B-level dude. Wallin weren't in contention for nothing. So we can't bang the drum for him to skip in front of Usyk, if that makes sense. Bang it. Usyk's done. Why would AJ get the Fury fight when Usyk's the one who beat Dubois, beat AJ? Nah, that's not fair. That's not right either. I wouldn't even be buzzing for Fury and AJ right now, because there's too much unproven. This next one for AJ. The next one for AJ is the one that, if he knock out Hrgovic, spark out. Yeah, if he knocked Joe Parker, spark out, something he didn't do. If he knocked out Ruiz, spark out, then I'm thinking, oh damn, this is new, people. We've never seen AJ knock these guys spark out. Not Parker, not Ruiz, and obviously not Hrgovic. That's when I'm thinking, oh damn, he needs to be skipping the line right now. Which was never happened anyway, but still. Imagine that build up. Yeah, Fury and AJ could happen now. My mouth ain't gonna be watering though. If he knock out one of them three dudes, I'm going to be like, oh damn, Fury cooked. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. Right now it'll be 50-50 on AJ and Fury. I don't know why, but I've got Usyk. Yeah, I've got Fury beating Usyk, so it's going to happen anyway. And anyway, but yeah. Let me know your thoughts, people.
I think AJ goes through Fury like a hot knife through butter. And the funniest bit is AJ went through Ngannou like that, but this version of Ngannou, and I know this because I've been talking to the people behind the scenes, this version of Ngannou was better than the one that Tyson Fury fought. Like,
I know True Geordie hated on Fury, and I don't like him in that respect. I think he's a fraud and a fake. But yeah, AJ cutting through him like a hot knife through butter. Based on what? But what we basing it on, though? Yeah, obviously my information hasn't helped me nothing. We're gambling, that's for sure. We know that for a fact. All the information I had didn't do nothing. So I'm just purely speculating. It's more or less worthless what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's not fair to say that. You can hope it. I hope AJ would cut through Fury like a hot knife through butter. I'm a scorned woman right now, people. Yeah, I've been scorned too many times by this kind of logic. And if it happened now, somehow AJ get knocked back out in round 2. Fury ain't knocked no one's back out, but he'd be knocked back out. so yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%, no doubt.